The message of today's video is going to be love yourself. For all the people out there that have people shitting on you and stuff like that because what you look like, what you drive, whatever the case is, how you talk, don't let it bother you. Those are really negative people and it's sad. Personally, I feel bad for people like that because in my own mind, in my own state of thinking, I could never go out of my way to diss somebody else and be negative to somebody else. If you ask me, I think that's a horrible thing. In my mind, that's like pulling your knife out and cutting somebody's arm and running away. Like, why harm somebody? Now, I'm not necessarily saying that words hurt or anything like that, because I'm not like a firm believer in the whole like safe space thing. That's not me. I believe punch somebody in the mouth when they piss you off and disrespect you. But you would never catch me dissing somebody else for what they're doing, or what they look like, or what they drive, or whatever the case is. Unless you're like the pedophile guy or one of the weirdos on my YouTube channel and you're just weird as fuck and you're like hazardous to like the world, then yeah, I'm probably gonna make fun of you. You kind of deserve it. But back to loving yourself. There's a lot of people out there that message me and they're depressed. Now, I've dealt with depression, but I got out of it and I made myself get out of it. It didn't take a bottle of pills, it didn't take preaching, it didn't take therapy. It took me saying, hey, wise up, dog. Basically, I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, hey, you need to toughen up and go do something with your life. So I got into making videos and I had fun with it and I've had fun ever since and I don't ever want to stop because it's fun and I entertain other people. And I get a serious amount of joy out of making other people smile. That's awesome to me. But there's a lot of people that message me and they're depressed. Either they're suicidal or they're bullied or they want to do what I do and they're scared. Sorry, I stutter sometimes. Or it'll be, this, that, and the other. But I try to put them on the right track and the right direction and tell them, don't care what anybody else thinks about you. That is the number one thing that you have to realize. People are going to love you. People are going to hate you. People that hate you are more negative. They're going to put themselves out there and let you know on Front Street that they hate you and dislike you and they just think horrible of you. Usually, it's people you've never met in your life. Which is weird. Trust me, I know. It took me a while to, kind of get coherent with the whole situation. Like, why is this dude shit talking me that I've never met in my life? It's kind of weird. And just in case you're wondering, these are the same people that post don't judge a book by its cover on their Facebook status, but then go talk shit to people on the internet that they've never met. Because either they've been dissed or hurt or whatever the case is, so they want to bring it on other people. Just like if somebody's beat as a child, they may grow up and beat their wife and kids. Not because they're a horrible kid, or a horrible person, my bad, but because that was done to them, they want to put it on other people. It's kind of like their sick revenge. Truth be told, that's the case with a lot of hateful people. Hell, look at Hitler. But it's a mental thing. And obviously, if you've ever read a history book, you'd realize that Hitler was pretty fucking mental. Look, man, I only see it one way. You have no idea how long you're going to be on this earth. You don't know if you'll die tomorrow, if you'll live to be 60, if you'll get in a car crash and be paralyzed at the age of 12. You never know. So do what you love and fuck all opinions. And one thing I'll tell you, do not ever, ever, ever listen to an opinion from somebody that you would not take advice from. That is absolutely ridiculous. If you can look at that person and go, I would never ask for their advice in anything I would ever do, then their opinion shouldn't mean nothing to you. I'm sitting on the brush guard of my truck right now, my piece of shit with almost 280,000 miles on it, making a video, talking to people all across the world that watch me. And I'm happy, I'm perfectly fine. I ain't bitching, I ain't complaining about nothing, I ain't sick, I ain't in bad health, I'm perfectly fine. But there will be multiple people that watch my video and think, wow, this is a fucking hillbilly. Or this guy is so ugly. Or I bet he fucks his cousin, look at the rebel flag on his shirt, he's probably racist too. I've realized that's just how it is. Some people just take serious pride in being a piece of shit. And doing all this, it's made me realize why the world is the way the world is. Because of sour fucking people that ruin it. I mean, imagine trying to build a house and every time you build one wall, you get that one shithead that drives his truck through the wall and ruins it all. The sad truth is the world is full of people like that. And they're always the first ones to bitch about something going on. But back to loving yourself. Nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, living on this earth is important enough to disrespect you. Nobody, absolutely nobody, is important enough to shit on you. Nobody and absolutely nobody is important enough to take your pride from you. Whether you're white, black, fat, skinny, Christian, atheist, I don't care. Nobody should be allowed to shit on you. I'm not saying that's some law and it should be illegal for people to shit on you. I mean that you should stand up as an independent, strong man or woman and say, hey, fuck you. I'm a badass. Self-confidence is the most sick fucking thing in the world. And I say sick as in like a badass way. Like, dude, that shit is sick. Nice wheels. But I've realized that once you gain self-confidence, shit feels amazing. You walk a little bit taller with your shoulders back. You don't really care. If anybody says anything to you, you're secure. It doesn't matter. You're being yourself. You're having fun. Fuck it. You realize that there's shitheads out of there. Tongue twister. Like I said, I do stutter. You realize that there's a lot of shitheads out there. So, in turn, fuck it. You don't care. You've basically taught yourself to be smarter than the shitheads. And I want to make it clear, I'm not making this video because something bothers me. Like I've said, I've gained my self-confidence. I've got out of my depression. I'm perfectly fine. This video is for the people dealing with it, that need to hear this. Because there's a hell of a lot of people that need to hear this, whether they want to admit it or not. So me, I'm here to help you. I'll even give you one of my air yachts to kick somebody in the ass with. We'll go full on The Rock, boots to asses, and then Stone Cold Steve Austin and stunner a bunch of bitches. You talking shit? Stone Cold Stunner, but on concrete, not in a WWE ring, with your head on a curb somewhere. Screw it, you deserved it. Snitches get their heads in curbs, bitches. Yeah, talking shit. So basically, the only person that you can rely on in the world is yourself. But you can't rely on yourself unless you have self-confidence, hard work ethic, and the drive to not give a shit. You have to build your own wall, metaphorically, that doesn't let any bullshit in. You can call it the non-bullshit wall. And you have to pretend in your mind that everybody around you is a bunch of monkeys. Metaphorically, throwing shit at your wall. But your big non-shit wall throws the shit back. It's kind of like a shield. Works just like one. So behind this wall, nobody can see you, but you're working your ass off for whatever you want in life. It's like your work bubble, or your office, or whatever you want to call it. Your humble abode. And every second that you're behind this wall, you're working on your brain. With all the tools that you have. Tools of life, metaphorical tools, figuratively, whatever you want to call it.
I failed English a shit ton of times. Don't judge me.
But you have to constantly work on your mental state. Your brain is the strongest thing you have. Fuck your muscles, fuck your money, fuck your cool car. Your brain, you need that more. You have to realize that the world is made of plastic people.
No, I ain't talking about damn Kardashians.
We're going back to like metaphorical shit.
Remember, I failed English.
A lot.
The world is plastic people, basically, what I was saying. Anyways, what I mean is everybody's fake.
Like the Kardashians, but still, like I said, we ain't getting off topic. Back to what I was saying.
This is going to sound kind of weird, and you can judge me if you want to, because I don't care. I look at everybody in the world as like a plastic figure. Like an empty shell just made out of plastic in a human body. And I feel like if I take my size 10 air yacht and kick you in the chest, you're going to fold and fall to the ground. And if I hold a lighter to you, you're going to melt. So you're not that much of a threat. And that's how I look at it. Now, yeah, there's dangerous people in the world, but you're not a threat to me because of how strong my mind is. You're not going to stop me from what I want to do. You're not going to be a roadblock. You're not big enough, you're not brave enough, and you're not smart enough. And that truck your daddy bought you probably doesn't have a big brush guard. And you damn sure can't outwork me. So with all that being said, self-confidence, keep it. Strong mental state, you're going to need it. Work for what you want to take care of you and your family or whatever you got. And be proud to be where you're from. And if you want my shirt, Redneck Nation, this shirt and many like it are on rednecknation.com. I'll put the link in the description box below. At checkout, you can use my code Colby15 to save some of your hard-earned money. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you want to.